game.
Traore and Rochak for the opening tip, and it's won by Abubakar Traore. Long Beach State starts with a basketball. Jordan Roberts, the fifth-year senior, not available tonight. They hope to have him back this weekend. Joe Hampton's out for the season. They also don't have Drew Cobb or another big Romel Mansell. Meanwhile, the Tritons come up with a steal on Long Beach State's first offensive possession.
UC San Diego is going to do a great job trying to get the ball from side to side. Again, back-to-back turnovers. Both teams have to settle down and start to execute in the half court.
Slater going to fire from distance and knock it down.
Well, he's continuing to find that rhythm between knowing when to shoot it and when to pass. That's been a big key of this team on that 11-game win streak.
Collin put up a career high in the loss at UCSB, 28 points. He was 5 of 13 from 3 in that one. Here's a 3 on the way from Killingsworth, and he can't answer. The rebound, though, to the Tritons.
Well, they've got to be there. That was too open of a look. They got lucky, and then they've got to box out. They can't give second and third shot attempts.
Well, Courier underneath over Traore, and then a flop call against Long Beach State.
You know, the one thing that UC San Diego is going to do, they're going to test the Long Beach State principles because they spread you out. And know this, Jason, the three-point line is going to be a weapon all night long for the Tritons.
Joel Murray scored just 7 points in the loss up in Santa Barbara. He and Jadon Jones were both held under 10. Rodegard, a 3 on the way.
You got to have high hands. You got to be able to touch your man so they can't pull up, and you've got to cushion the drive. Level the drivers, make them play sideline to sideline. That's too open.
Rockamore can't hit with the offensive rebound to Courier.
Back-to-back possessions where they long shot, long rebound, giving up offensive rebounds. Not good for the Beach right now.
UC San Diego has one of the conference's best three-point shooters. As you see them come up with another offensive rebound, he's coming off the bench today. That's Jake Kozakowski. Meanwhile, a foul and 2 free throws coming for UC San Diego.
Well, UC San Diego, just too much energy right now. I mean, they've come out, they're on the road. Long Beach State has got to come out. They're down 4 players, so you've got to step that up. And the biggest thing right now, a shot goes up. Long Beach State is not finding an opponent. You have to have a hit-first mentality.
Should note that this game does not count for the Big West standings. UC San Diego transitioning into the Big West Conference. As that free throw good from Tony Rochak, his first point of the game. So the Tritons come in 11 and 14. They are 5 and 9 in their conference games, but again, if you go look at the standings, it's going to be 0 and 0. They don't count those wins. So for Long Beach State, 10 and 2 in first place in the conference, but their record's going to stay the same tonight.
Well, Coach Olin does a great job. He has been doing a great job there as they make this transition. They're extremely well coached. They move the ball. They use all sides of the offense, and defensively, they're very solid.
Yeah, Olin in his 9th season leading this program. Meanwhile, the Tritons have their first lead. Eddie Scott into the game for Long Beach State. He's looking for a shot. Instead, his pass intercepted. Rochak taking on Slater, called for the travel.
Well, the one thing you have to know about Rochak, he's a driver. He's their leading scorer and rebounder. We both alluded to that. For Long Beach State, I want to see as they're closing out defensively, high hands, sit in your stance, high hands, take away the shot. And as I said again, you got to cushion that drive, especially if it's number 10.
We mentioned how thin this Long Beach State team is as Scott goes up and gets the roll there. But how much does this team miss Hampton, Roberts, Mansell? Those are the 3 of their biggest players.
Yeah, they're core pieces. I mean, they're the biggest part of that 11-game win streak. But again, this is valuable time for others to get ready as they make a run. 7 games counting tonight to get to the NCAA tournament.
Pass underneath, knocked out of bounds by Slater. 10 on the shot clock for the Tritons.
Love the multiple effort by Slater. Again, could have picked a couple things wrong in that defensive possession, but you know what? You have plans, and then plans are broken, so you've got to make multiple efforts. That's what I like. They cover space when they're proactive defensively.
Substitution for UC San Diego as Jake Kozakowski comes into the game. Mentioned he's been one of the best three-point shooters in the conference this season. Mid-range jumper there. Bryce Pope, the San Diego native, knocks it down.
He's a
first
jump
basket.
shooter. KYP, know your personnel. He's going to put it on the floor. He's going to pull up. You've got to make it much more tougher on the other end.
Murray gets a screen from Scott. He'll pull up deep too. Got it with a foul.
Discombobulated offensive play, but when you have good players, experienced players like a Murray, he's able to rise up and hit that. We've seen games where he struggled, but there it was sort of stuck on that side of the floor. He saw a little bit of airspace. He was able to go up. It's good to get him started early because, you know, he's really struggled a little bit, and the reason is, Jason, he had such a good start in the non-conference, but then he got that target on his back, a Division II All-American, you know, a winner, as Coach Munson calls him all the time. So he's seeing crowds of people, makes it a little bit more difficult.
Oh, with that target on his back, he put up 6 assists in that game at Santa Barbara.
Once they make shots, they can get into their full court pressure.
3 there from Kozakowski.
Well, 90% of his shots are three-pointers, so if you're going to get back, you've got to talk it out. You've got to match up. And again, that was an eternity for him to get that shot off. Can't have that happen.
Long Beach State holding their opponents to just 29% from beyond the arc during conference play. Really shoring up their three-point defense after a rough start. Tritons a 1-point lead and the basketball. Oh, nice move there and the roll for Jake Rockamore.
Well, he's got good length. He's 6'5", so that's a mismatch down there for most of the Long Beach State perimeter players.
Here's Jones for 3 with a hand right in his face.
Well, I've talked about him defensively and you know, his steals. He's got into a nice little offensive rhythm. He's been the X factor. You know what you get in Murray and Slater.
That 3 no good. And you mentioned Kozakowski, and one of the best three-point shooters in the conference. Got to have Jadon Jones in that conversation. As Eddie
rebounds, UC San Diego, they've already got 3.
Yeah, UCSD out-rebounding Long Beach State early on, 5-1. Some of those, some lucky rebounds that have bounced out to them on the offensive side as Scott is unable to hit the first free throw. So it looks like we're going to see a lot of Eddie Scott tonight with the absences that we mentioned, Roberts, Mansell, and Hampton not available.
Well, being a grad transfer, you know, he was an Ivy League graduate from Penn, and I mentioned it. He's got to be a guy that's going to defend, and he's got to rebound, and he's got to finish at the rim and put a lot of pressure on this Triton defense. Full court press, another one, a 1-2-2. I love the way they get made shots, whether it's in a half court or off free throws, and now they're going to try and be disruptive on this end. This is when Long Beach State is at their best.
Drive from Rockamore. Slater stays with him. There's a 3 line drive shot short. Slater to the basket. Nice move, finishing with a right hand.
Big time play, able to use his body, shield off the defender, plays it low to high, and again we see the full court pressure right now, trying to speed up.
Now Collin deflects that pass taken by Murray to Jones. 2-hand flush. Eight 0 run for Long Beach State over the last minute to build a 5-point lead.
I did like their energy when they came out, and they picked it up in that timeout. I'm sure Coach Munson spoke to him and said, let's get this thing revved up.
Colin Slater looking very confident, creating on both ends early on. Here's Wacourier. Traore right there. Wacourier puts it in anyway.
Well, I tell you, I like Abubakar's defense. Walled him up, stayed vertical, made him shoot over. Did not like the perimeter defense. You've got to pressure the pass. Got in there too easy.
Jones again with a hand in his face, almost hit again. The ball ends up with the Tritons. Here's a 3, Killingsworth. Left it short.
Long Beach State extremely lucky. You can't let a guy that 90% of his shots are 3, he hunts 3s in transition, get an open look like that.
And Traore with his first basket has an answer there.
But he's leading the Big West in rebounding and block shots, but his offense is starting to evolve. When much is given, much is expected. The coach is really working on his offensive half-court game.
Bryce Pope, 2-point shot there, makes it a 2-point game. Back to Traore. He's averaging a double-double in conference play, over 10 points and over 10 rebounds per game.
And they run 0 plays for him. That's the key.
He had a double-double in Santa Barbara last weekend. 14 points, 10 rebounds. 10 on the shot clock. Murray able to find his way.
I told you the very first game we saw Abubakar play, top 1% in college basketball in terms of athleticism. Now he's just got to evolve his offensive game. He has all the ingredients to play at the next level.
And you mentioned a moment ago, Coach, that he was definitely up there for Big West Defensive Player of the Year as we see Bryce Pope again.
But he had 22 points the other night. I watched him versus UCR. They've got to get on him and make him dribble it, not just shoot it.
1 point game here. Long Beach made 5 of their last 6 as that one's knocked out of bounds, and it's going to stay with the Beach. As we see a substitution coming. A.J. Neal into the game for Long Beach State. UC Santa Barbara gets Michael Pearson Jr. into the game. UC San Diego, beg your pardon.
Well, I like Neal coming in. He's going to see some time again with low numbers. But to me, you know, Neal's got to be that steady Eddie type guy. You know, he's got to give rest and support at that backup point guard position. And then I want to see him knock down open shots, keep the defense honest.
11 seconds on the shot clock for Long Beach State, leading by a point. Slater will inbound. They've got Jones, Neal, Scott, Traore out there with Slater. Meanwhile, the officials going to come over to a little bit of a pushing and shoving situation, very light. Bill Vinovich, one of the officials, coming over to police that.
Jason, they're just saying hi and hello and how you doing. And, you know, we're going to have some fun tonight out here in a very physical, athletic game. Not a lot of bigs out there, so we've got a lot of athleticism.
Our officials tonight, Bill Vinovich, Jeff Ketchu, and Matthew Russikin, as Colin Slater puts it in again.
I'll tell you, that's a big-time move by Abubakar in terms of being able to face the basket and then use his athleticism to just go up and get the shot over defenders. I've seen that progression each and every game I've done. He's gotten better at that. He's building confidence.
And excuse me, there said Slater. It was Traore. 4 points now for Abubakar. He's going to have a chance here at a three-point play. Meanwhile, we're going to see Jeffrey Yan come into the game early on here.
Well, a crowd favorite, but again, it shows you the trust and the faith that Coach Munson has in these players, because without bigs in there, Hampton, you know, and Romel Mansell, and J. Rob, who's been playing at the 5 spot. I always think he's a 2 or a 3 because he's played every position here, but they're going to need some bigs.
3-point lead for the Beach after Traore left the free throw short. Matt Gray into the game for the first time for the Tritons.
Good pressure on the ball. Love to see that. Active hands, live feet, level them off, contest all shots, no open looks.
Pope against Slater, 8 on the shot clock. Now Rashid against Neal, 2 to shoot. 3 from Gray, no good, and another offensive rebound.
Good defense until Jadon Jones did not hit first. You got to find a blue jersey and hit.
UC San Diego is picking up their 3rd rebound on the offensive side already. 4 to shoot. Jumper from the baseline. Oh, nice arc on that shot.
Well, Kazakowski, you know, again, lethal when you give him space, was able to create it.
Neal slips.
They're coming from. They're not settling on the perimeter. They're going inside. And again, they're trying to create their offense off this full court pressure defensively.
Pearson brings it across. Tritons 8 out of 15, 3 of 9 from distance, shooting a lot of threes.
Now the key to this 2-3 defense zone is that you want to play man principles in your quadrant. So you've got the ball in there, now it's individual defense right there.
Rochak on Rodegard, and Rodegard called for the foul.
Well, Rodegard looks a little bit confused, like he didn't foul him, right? He fouled him. You've got to move your feet. On the rip-through comes, you just want to just jump back a half a step, now maybe a quarter of a step, and beat him to the spot. You can't put your hands on him, and you got to use that baseline as an extra defender.
You should know with Rochak, he's already got 2 fouls, so he's in a dangerous spot here with well over 10 minutes to play in the first half. Another three, and Caden Rashid hits it to give UCSD the lead.
12 of his 17 makes are from three, and again, not there on time. You've got to be there on time. If that happens, Long Beach State is going to be in for a long night.
It's now 10 attempted threes for this Tritons team.
Listen, they want to make threes on the other end, and they want a high assist.
Rodegaard was trying to find Yan down low, was kicked, and Joel Murray's going to come back in for Long Beach State. Jake Killingsworth back into the game for UCSD.
With Rodegaard getting some time now, right? He's got to step up, known as a shooter, so he's got to make shots. But I want to see him grab 6 or 7 or maybe 8 rebounds tonight. Somebody's got to pick up the glasswork on both ends of the floor, and with his size and girth, he's got to be one of them.
First start of the season and his career for Tobias Rodegaard. Meanwhile, Neal couldn't hit the three. Yan with the offensive rebound.
Easy to cheer for him. You come to practice, he's vocal, he's a leader, he's just a great teammate.
You mentioned him being a fan favorite as we see Murray unable to hit. There's another offensive board for Yan, and the crowd just cheers when he touches the ball. Murray for three.
He would have had his third offensive rebound if he would have timed it just a little better.
Pope off the dribble, well off the mark, and look at Yan coming in, eating up those rebounds.
Hashtag who knew?
Here's Rodegaard with a Euro step.
You know what, I like that, Jason. Has struggled to hit perimeter shots, so what do? You take it to the rim and you open it up. Yam putting his footprint and his thumbprint on this game.
3 quick rebounds for Yan, and then Rodegaard with a nice confident move to the basket. And a bad shot underneath by Rochak. Jones back the other way. Quick shot, Murray.
That's the rhythm that this team
challenge to get your guys ready to go.
No, not when you're in first place. It's one more win in the overall column, but they're trying to get on a win streak and win out to win this regular season championship. Go to Vegas, push it, and dance in March.
Murray back to Jones. He'll rise quickly. And Rodegaard getting in there, but it's out of bounds to the Tritons.
That's okay. That's one of the first times I've seen Rodegaard try and get a rebound out of his area. When you're 6'6", 6'7", it's easy to grab a ball that comes down to you. I like that extra effort. We need to see more of that.
3-point game, Tritons basketball. Wakorie. And another three for Kozakowski.
You know, you got to watch him on the perimeter. They'll run him off staggers. Just a guy that can really shoot the ball.
That one doesn't go.
Didn't like it. Too quick of a shot. I want to see Long Beach either push the pace or be a little bit more patient and move the defense.
Pope to give the Tritons the lead. It went in and out.
So here, I like this game. Can you get a basket? Yes. If not, now get it to the second, third sides and attack closeouts, but you can't turn the basketball over like that.
Ahead to Pope. Neal came down the floor, almost got in the mix there, but Pope able to finish. So Tritons back up 2. Quick shot from Jones. Another one.
That's the difference of just coming down and pulling the trigger. They were able to move the defense. They read the defense. They brought it back strong side. Nothing but net.
8 points now for Jadon Jones. 2 for 4 from beyond the arc.
Hands are down defensively for Long Beach. Too many open looks, partner.
Wide open there, but Killingsworth couldn't hit.
I don't call that good defense. I call that getting lucky.
Jones again. Heat check. Tonight they've come out to support the first place team as well. Long Beach State with a couple of big nights brewing. Jadon Jones already 11. Joe Murray has 8. Meanwhile, Bryce Pope has 10 for the Tritons who have the basketball. Kozakowski, another 3, nails it.
That's the dangerous thing about playing this team. You know, once they get hot and they get into a rhythm, it's hard to be disruptive.
11 points now for Kozakowski. Traore making a move, goes up, off the window.
I don't know if I can break that down. That's just athleticism. And when he's got the ball, he just goes up, finds the rim, and gets it up and over any defender or multiple defenders.
Got a track meet inside the pyramid. Here's Kozakowski again from deep.
One thing I've watched him, Jason, he loves the right wing and he's got deep range.
Scott was trying to get in the mix there, but thought better of it. 35 all.
Rodegaard and Scott, they can't hurt the offense. They've got to be able to add open shots and be a shooter like Rodegaard was brought in to do. But back to my point, they don't have to do much. They just have to keep the offense flowing and then get back here and defend and rebound.
Rodegaard hitting his first 3 of the night. Now he's on Kozakowski. Oh man, can't miss Rockamore that time to give UCSD the lead. Traore again, taking on Wakorie. Didn't get it this time. And Wakorie comes up with a rebound.
That's one thing he's worked on his game in practice, that elbow ISO, just trying to rip through, face up, make baskets. Got to be more disciplined on defense.
And that's Wakorie knocking one down from distance.
I haven't talked enough, I think, about UC San Diego in terms of their ball movement, their spacing, and their ability to have skill to hit threes.
Oh my goodness. Nobody's missing tonight.
You remember that game show, Name That Tune? I can name that tune in 2 notes. They're just going back and forth, back and forth.
Pope. Now Rockamore, 12 to shoot. To the basket. Didn't get it. Traore, the rebound. It's his first. Now Murray all the way on the other end. And he got that one somehow.
Long Beach State does that in practice. I was here the other day and watched it. Munson does a great job of it offensively, and then defensively they do the same drill, trying to wall off and not foul. Love his head of steam in attack mode.
Spun out for Wakorie. Scott the rebound. Long Beach State, 6 of their last 7. That one stolen away. Tipped and taken by Rockamore. 3 here. Oh my goodness. Caden Rashid this time. UCSD up a point. Both teams on pace for 100 points in this game. Traore, left hand layup.
At this point, I hope you have some throat lozengers. We're getting our money's worth from you tonight, Jason.
I just wouldn't want to be the guy on the bench who drew up the defensive game plan so far. Oh, reverse as they found Pope all alone underneath. He's got a dozen. Murray to Traore. Again, Abubakar. Give him 10. 3 players in double figures for the Beach.
2 months ago, he couldn't make that play. That's the individual ball handling and skill work that they do before and after practice. It's been fun to watch his evolution.
1 point lead for Long Beach State, just above 3 minutes here in this first half. Wakorie backing down Traore. Slater over to help. Now Kozakowski. A rare miss.
Well, it was rare. It was Rodegaard had a lot to do with that rare miss with the contestment. Good job by Tobias.
Oh, Slater to Murray on the other end.
You make good defensive plays, you push the pace, you get high percentage shots. That's Long Beach State basketball.
Now foul against Scott on the perimeter.
And continuing to rise, and really happy for the success of this team and the connectivity. What I like is the balance offensively for Long Beach State. 24 points in the paint, 14 from behind the arc.
And they had a nice little announcement. Andy Fee, the athletic director here, presenting Dan with a special basketball for his 400th career victory. 4 on the shot clock. Pearson, 2 to shoot, gets it up over Jones.
Great possession defensively, finishing with the block out, get the ball, shot by Jones from the perimeter.
Triton's down 3 with the basketball. 2 minutes left first half. Good dish underneath. Long Beach State wanted to travel, didn't get it.
Yeah, you can't let Rockamore get that head of steam. At 6'5", he floats, he finds targets. Too easy of a score.
That was Gray, his first basket. Abubakar Traore adding to his already impressive night. 12 points now.
I go back to 2 months ago. He would just go up and try and dunk it. Now he's skilled enough to go up and to put that in the basket.
Full court pressure. Tritons get it across. Rochak, too easy underneath.
It's a veteran team. I mean, they did the right thing. They got it to the right side of the court. They knew it was a two-on-one on the backside. Long Beach has to sprint back like somebody stole their lunch money.
1 point lead for the Beach. Scott the jumper. 53 first half points now. I was going to say, we talked about the 11-game winning streak in Long Beach State, their defense, all 11 wins. Their opponents had under 70 points. It's going to be a tough mark to hit tonight.
Yeah, I was just, you were reading my mind, because I know when I talk to the coaches, the magic number is 60. We're at 50 right now. Let's readjust.
53 all in the first half. It's been exciting to watch, though, that's for sure. Rockamore off to Rochak, and it's the Tritons with the lead.
You've seen some breakdowns defensively on just direct line drives, easy baskets at the rim. They're going to have to correct that in the second half.
3-second differential shot clock to game clock as Long Beach State runs clock here to try to get a good shot off, probably their last of the half. 10 now on the shot clock. Murray with 5, rises the 2, it's good, tie game. Pearson lost it, gets it back, throws it up, and he got fouled, and he's gonna go to the line. 9/10 of a second on the clock. The foul is on Eddie Scott.
The crowd did not like it, but it was right in front of us. We were able to see the contact. It was an easy call for the official to make, and it was the right call. And you look, Eddie Scott, you know, he hasn't had this long of a run, and it's the next man up mentality. When guys foul, when they're fatigued, you know, and sometimes fatigue sets in. I always used to say it makes cowards of us all, but defensively sometimes it just puts you in an awkward position to defend without fouling.
Yeah, Scott getting a lot more playing time tonight, filling the void left by Mansell, Roberts, and Hampton, all unavailable tonight. Meanwhile, Pearson's going to shoot 3 here. He missed the first. He's only shot 8 free throws all season.
Well, he's a 54% shooter from 3, so you'd think he'd be pretty good at the free throw line. He's definitely a capable scorer and driver. When you play him, you just want to contain him. You don't want to give him any open looks, and you want to keep him a non-factor. But he's got the ability to impact this game.
He was 7 of 8 from the line coming in. Makes 2 out of 3 here. Just under a second for Long Beach State to do something. Inbound to Murray. Murray doesn't get it.
That's a key I want you and I to watch. On ball reversal and offensive catches for UC San Diego, is there a white jersey there making him dribble it as opposed to going up and shooting it?
Tritons start with the basketball here in the second half. Leading scorers in that first half, Murray had 14 for the Beach. It was Kozakowski with 14 for the Tritons.
This is what the Tritons do well. They use all sides of the floor. He felt a little bit of pressure, was able to go up. Good defense with the rebound. Now they're off to push the pace, make this a track meet.
Colin Slater, he had 8 points, 3 assists. Gives it off to Traore. Give Traore 14 points on the game.
High percentage shot, dribble penetration, drop it off. But again, I'd like to see him pick up full court. Start to speed this game up now, not at the end.
Tied up at 57. Pope drives, met by Jones. There's a good look on the way. Killingsworth couldn't knock it down. So Traore and Murray each with 14 for the Beach. Jadon Jones has 11. Murray driving, good move.
Big time play, that's a mature player. We talk about the experience that he brings, you know, being that Division II All-American, played low to high and was able to absorb, go up, kiss it off the glass.
Down low, Wakoria, double teamed. Into the paint for Pope, in and out of his hands.
Smart decision.
Rodegard for 3, his second of the night.
That's what I like. We talk about Abubakar being inexperienced. That was a veteran play by the freshman. Not to turn it over, not to force it, find a shooter, knock it down, net noise.
And now a foul, looks like it's going against Long Beach State. Jadon Jones underneath.
Well, that's been a great matchup right now to start this half on both ends of the floor. You know, watching Jadon Jones and Wakoria battle on both ends of the floor.
Tony Rochak taking on Slater. Out to Pope, he drives on Murray, pull up. Didn't go, and Jones saves it to Slater. 5-point lead for the Beach. Slater underneath. Now Traore lost it, it's out of bounds and was last touched by Killingsworth, so it stays with Long Beach State 22 on their shot clock.
Well, you have to be excited if you're the Long Beach State staff. The energy has come out. This is what I expected. It wasn't that way to start the first half, but they've made up for it.
Traore has another.
Starting to see Rodegaard just again making little plays that we assume he could make, but he hasn't had much playing time. Nice effort so far for Tobias.
That 3 left short. Rodegaard the rebound. 8 points, 4 rebounds, now 3 assists for Rodegaard in his first career start.
Remember, I asked for 7 or 8 rebounds from him, so he still has a little bit of work to do.
Murray from the top, splash.
Well, you got to slow down, right? The defense has got to get better offensively. We've got to get some open looks and then be prepared for full court pressure. Can't turn the basketball over and try and attack this to score. Don't just now get it, because now the advantage, Long Beach State. They didn't get anything out of that on a numbers situation.
Wakoria against Traore. Got it there, good hesitation. Rodegaard drives, bounces to Murray, out to Jones for 3, again.
Big time basketball, not the traditional inside out, but the ball hit the paint, back out to the perimeter, defense was sucked in, great possession.
Back-to-back games with 6 assists for Joel Murray. Hesitation there, and now the steal. Murray knocked it away, but it stays with UCSD. Jadon Jones now 4 of 7 from beyond the arc, 14 points. Joel Murray's got 19. Abubakar Traore with 16. He's 3 shy of tying his career high.
Yeah, back to Murray. I'll tell you, defensively, I think I mentioned it a couple games ago. He reminds me of Mike Caffey, Casper Ware. He's really a great point guard defender.
Dan Munson's had plenty of them. You just named a couple. 3 to shoot. Pope, good look. Didn't hit. Slater has the rebound.
Patience, poise, get a great shot.
Oh, there's a great shot. Murray had it spin out. Four minutes gone by, second half. Long Beach State leads by 11.
Rodegaard really moving his feet well.
There's Traore with the rebound off the miss.
Like the theme, Jason, one and done, push the pace.
Triton's able to get back. Around a Rodegaard from the corner. Nothing but net, his 3rd of the game.
Reminds me of DJ Khaled. Give me another one, and I'm talking about the pass, not a rap song.
Give Rodegaard a new career high, 11 points for the true freshman. Here's a 3 from Rashid. Spun out, nothing falling for UCSD in the second half.
Love a good offense when they're spacing. Pass, pass, swing, swing, find a teammate, or just go down the tunnel and score like Joel Murray. The way they're moving the ball from side to side.
And this type of offensive performance, it's one thing if you do it against a Bethesda or a Westcliff, all due respect to those schools, but this is UC San Diego. They've played well in the Big West this year.
It's a good team, good personnel, and just a good chance for both teams to get a W on the W column. Too easy inside, and that's a mismatch. You don't want to pass, you want to go score.
Traore comes over to help and then ends up with a rebound. Gray couldn't finish. Jadon Jones, 4 out of 7 from distance. Gives it to Murray. He's got 21 already.
Like the paint scorers, they're getting involved, but it's the patience out here, reading the defense, taking what the defense gives you and operating.
7 on the clock. Murray going one-on-one. Out to Traore. No look to Scott.
I'm going to tell you, I didn't think I'd see that coming for a while. What a big-time play. We've talked about his offensive evolution. Now he's dropping dimes, threading that needle.
We'll have to see a replay of that one at some point as we see the Tritons get to the basket. Kadem Rashid with the layup.
Great, so don't celebrate, and me and you are here sitting looking at each other. You got to get down and get stops.
Speechless. I'm without speech. Another 3 for Jones, give him 5. He's 5 out of 8, 17 points. Long Beach State has 82 points with 13.5 minutes to play.
Well, I just want to make sure fans watching and in the arena don't think, whoa, he's hot, he's having a great night. The amount of time that these Long Beach State players, and I'm sure UC San Diego, put in before practice and after practice with the assistants, that's what makes these shots happen.
I think we're going to get a look now at that Traore no-look pass.
Well, there you see Murray. He's got it on a string. He just gives it up. And really, if you're Abacor, you're saying, why are you giving me the ball now? I don't want to take a direct shot. It affects my percentage. What does he do? He drops a dime to a teammate.
I think that's what's been, I mean, there's so many things about his true freshman year that have been so impressive. But one thing is he's always ready for the basketball, no matter how much time is on the shot clock, no matter if he's in a scrum under the basket, out on the perimeter, he's always ready for it.
And that has gotten better in that progression, but I'll tell you what he also has done. He set the standard on how to play hard. You know, his energy and effort, rebounding, it's infectious to his team. And if teammates aren't doing it, it's real easy for Coach Munson to take someone out and say, you're not playing as hard as a Boubacar.
That was Matt Gray who just split a trip at the free throw line. You see Murray bobble, but get the ball back.
Yeah, don't get sped up. Stay poised. Don't hunt it. Get a feel for it. Not a bad shot, but I would have liked a better shot, if that makes sense.
Murray starting to go to work one-on-one against his defenders the last couple possessions.
Good D by Scott. Yeah, good D by Eddie Scott.
Gray got around Traore.
A lot of movement, but Joel Murray's got to be there and help side. He should have been there not to tag it, to intercept it and get a steal.
Gray's got 5 points now. Traore out to Slater. Now reset.
He didn't see Neal on that right wing. That would have been a good skip pass over for a possible shot or attack.
Neal, floater, in, out, and back in.
We talked about it early, having Neal come in, not having to do much, be that steady Eddie, but make shots that are in his game. Certainly having a good night helping his team.
First basket for Neal tonight. He gets in on the fun.
Good D right there, Murray just taking away the penetration.
Kozakowski, tough shot, couldn't hit. Traore comes down, and he's in some pain. And they're calling for Jared Spandra to come take a look.
I'm not sure if it was his knee or his ankle. He held his knee, then he grabbed his ankle. And maybe we can get a replay of this from the truck to be able to see how he landed.
Right there was holding his right shin. You look at the beach bench and Boubacar Traore. We've talked about it plenty. They lost that first conference game at home to Hawaii. Traore did not start that game, had limited minutes, then got the start the very next game, and that started the 11-game winning streak.
Well,
so he's been such a huge part. Yeah,
it's the little things that he does. And talking about little things, it was Joel Murray that was able to block out for him to be able to go up and get that rebound. And you see right here, he's going to limp off the court, but I like that he was able to get up, and hopefully it's not a serious injury.
Yeah, and it's, you know, the biggest nightmare. You look at this Long Beach State team having one of the best seasons in a number of years. And we've talked plenty tonight about how thin they are coming into this one without Hampton, without Roberts, without Cobb, without Mansell. And you can only withstand so much.
Yeah, big pieces that, you know, everything has to come together. And I've said this plenty of times. This team, you know, they came out, they could have easily went in a different direction. I mean, at the start of that year, this year, they were 4-9, and they didn't get down, and they believed in each other, and practices got more competitive, and people were able to raise the bar, and that's what puts you in position to win 11 games in a row, which they did.
Well, certainly everybody in this building on both sides hoping for the best for Abubakar Traore, who has just been so much fun to watch his true freshman year. Back to basketball. Rodegaard, Jones, Slater, Neal, and Scott on the floor for the Beach.
You know, Coach Munson made a comment to me one day after practice. It was so pure. It was like he was looking for guys that came down and just off balance.
Like a knee buckle, too, not so much an ankle. As we see Rodegaard just continue a career night. He's on fire. 4 for 5 from 3, 14 points.
Long Beach State able to pick up full court, but it's just good to see Tobias see the basketball go through. You know, I talk about makers and takers. He's usually been a taker. Tonight, a maker. Very happy for him.
Kozakowski looking to answer. He got a good look.
Like the effort by Eddie Scott to get there, but again, the defense has to know where they're at. You got to be there. You just can't have a flyby hoping they miss.
Ball movement looking crisp. Scott drives. Rodegaard again. Oh, baby.
Well, you can credit Rodegaard for making those shots. I give credit to his teammates going to the well, being able to find him in a rhythm. He's like Earth, Wind, and Fire. He's just grooving tonight.
Some of the best ball movement we've seen from the Beach all year as Pope answers with a 3 of his own.
Have you ever listened to Earth, Wind, and Fire?
September, of course.
Okay, just checking.
Beyond that, I can't say that I have. I know that's what you got in your CD player in the car on your drive home.
I have an 8-track or cassette.
Kozakowski. Look at Wakoria chasing it down, double teamed, out of bounds, last touch by the Beach.
I'm gonna go back into coach mode. I love the double team, but the 2 white defenders' jerseys, they've got to get their legs crossed. You can't let a player split the defense in terms of that, because very easy for an official to call a foul. Like the effort. Now we got Yam coming in, Jeffrey coming in. He really had an impact in that first half.
And don't often see him get minutes like this, but that's just the state of the roster all of a sudden, with Traore now out as well. 18-point Long Beach State lead. And Kozakowski, another 3 for him, give him 20 points. He's 6 of 11 from 3.
That's what he does. I told you, he's lethal. Every time he touches it, you got to know a 3's going up.
Slater from the baseline, missed it. Pope the rebound.
This is slippery slope right now, coming down, and they're hitting 3s, you're missing 2s. Okay, all of a sudden you start to get into that offensive rhythm. The 3 ball is a great equalizer.
That is 15 made 3s for the Tritons tonight. Long Beach State's got 14 of their own.
You're like Captain Steubing from the Love Boat. You steer the ship.
Jadon Jones gonna try to knock another one down. Doesn't. Yeah, the rebound, and then he's fouled underneath.
Here's the winning play in that series. Rodegaard getting a hand on it, being a stabber, if you will, keeping it alive. Jeffrey making a winning play. And I'll tell you what else I like, if we can look at the Long Beach State bench. Joe Hampton, who is out right now, he's on the end of the bench in a warm-up suit. Romel Mansell, that's the family atmosphere that Coach Munson has built with this team. Happy for the success of others.
That's 3 offensive rebounds in just 5 minutes for Jeffrey Yan.
You think he's got a little bit of Moses Malone in him, trying to pad those stats?
A.J. Neal trying to pad his, and he does. Neal's second straight game with a 3. It's his 3rd of the season in his first year here. Now we see a
well, you had a 5-second
violation
yes,
as Long Beach State came with a defensive full court pressure.
That's the kind of disruption that they have in practice, and they want to take it to the game. You can see right here, the ball goes inside. Jeffrey passes it out, finds Neal, feet set, knees set, palms to the passer, bucket.
Yan backing down into the paint with a left hand, got it. One of the biggest roars of the night from the pyramid.
There's
93-76, Long Beach State, Kozakowski 3.
That's big time offense. You had a pick and pop on the outside, on the strong side, and Gray turns it down, finds a hot shooter.
93-79 the score.
Like the duck in by Jeffrey, one-on-one, wanted to go to work. Gray with the foul. That's two big body posts in there. They're taking up a lot of space. Been a fun matchup to watch.
Not a lot of fouls in this contest. That's just the third team foul on the Tritons in the half. 2 team fouls on the Beach.
That's the name of the game defensively. You said you didn't want to be a part of the defensive game plan in the first half, so let our defense alone.
Jones, tough 2 there. And that one's going to go out of bounds to the Beach bench.
What's hard is you have a lead 93-79, but you got to play games within the games. And I'm not saying that was a bad shot, but you can get a better shot. We weren't under duress right there in terms of a shot clock. And don't bring your percentage down. Want to see their hands up. I want them to finish this game. You know, 8 minutes, play hard. Play as hard as you did to start this half.
With the way the Tritons are shooting it, we know they can get back in. Kozakowski, a rare miss.
Championship teams try and win every possession. Do the little things that become habits.
Foul going against the Tritons underneath. Just look, you've got a huge game coming up on Saturday at the Brent Event Center as Long Beach State takes on a hot UC Irvine team trying to get the season sweep.
As a coach, it's hard to get mad at your team. Obviously, everyone was disappointed at Santa Barbara with the loss. I told you they just didn't come out with that energy and toughness. They were sort of flat. But how do you get hard at a team, man, that gave you their all 11 games in a row? I've never really, can't remember ever being on a team where we won 11 games in a row. Quite a feat for Long Beach State.
And to come out this way today, bouncing back after that loss, all the more impressive.
You know, and we're all greedy. You know, everybody wants to win. Fans want instant. Remember when this team struggled, you know, at the onset, everyone wanted. It just takes time, and you got to have a trust and a belief, and I think Long Beach State has that.
Kozakowski with the steal.
Rodegaard has done some really nice things defensively for his size.
Rockamore couldn't hit the 3. Murray the rebound. 7 minutes to play, 14-point Beach lead. Yan couldn't handle the pass from Slater.
Shooter.
Good look there, Killingsworth didn't hit.
That's just playing with fire, you know, and maybe it's out of reach. I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. But you can't play that type of defense for UCI in the 6 remaining games, and especially in Las Vegas when you're trying to win 3 in a row and get to March Madness.
Yan up to set a screen. Murray fires the 3, rolls off the rim. Rodegaard, there's your guy.
This has been his coming out party. I love what he's doing on both ends of the floor, and it's happy to feel good for him because he's put in the work. He's just needed some time to get into a rhythm.
Slater all the way to the hoop. Give him 10. 5 Long Beach State players in double figure scoring now. They've got 95 points with 6 to play. And Jones a steal. The Big West's leader to Murray all the way to the basket.
What I've liked about Murray and Slater, because I like to talk about them being, and there's Joe Hampton just getting jiggy with it on the end of the bench, is that they're finding that happy balance from jump shots, getting to the rim, playing in attack mode downhill.
Killingsworth hits this time. It's a 15-point Beach lead. They're a 3 away from hitting triple digits. Let it be Yan, that's a 2. Man, I wish that was a 3.
I wish it would have went in.
Rodegaard knocks it out of bounds. Subs coming, Eddie Scott into the game, and Jeffrey Ann's gonna get a breather. We don't often get to say that.
Hey, listen, I think you're gonna head up to the store when we walk out of here and buy a number 40 jersey because Jeffrey really has helped this team tonight. And Neil has too, guys that they've asked to step in. Now you get a chance to show why you're on scholarship and what you can do in game situations. Game's a lot different than practice.
We all hope, of course, that this Long Beach State team can get healthy, but what an opportunity here to have these guys. As we see Rockamore come in with a dunk. What an opportunity to have these role players get some significant minutes late in the conference season with the tournament right around the corner.
Never can have enough guys on the floor that are going to help you when needed.
Slater trying an NBA three. Triton's back the other way.
Good defense.
Yeah, Neal staying with Pope, and then an offensive foul. How about that? A.J. Neal with a tremendous defensive play.
Love the way he moved his feet. He showed his hands. He absorbed contact. Used that baseline as a multiple defender. Big time play by Neal.
And here's Pearson into the game for UCSD. Pope goes to the bench. And so looking ahead, Long Beach State at UC Irvine this Saturday. That game on ESPNU, it's a 9 o'clock tip. And again, Long Beach State beat the Anteaters earlier this season, back when we were still trying to figure out if this Beach team was for real. But Irvine playing a lot better since that game, so Saturday should be a good one. For UC San Diego, they go to Fullerton, a matchup of the Tritons and the Titans. Another good defensive play by Neal.
Like the push ahead. Big time pass by Jadon Jones, finding Murray. Feet set, palms of the passer, lock loaded. Showtime in the pyramid.
Triple digits for the Beach. They've hit 100. And still plenty of time to add to it. Last time they scored 100 in a game, they put up 102 against Bethesda. Not sure the last time they put up 100, though, in regulation of a conference game. Jones, another three. You said it, we're all greedy. I feel disappointed every time it doesn't go in for either of these teams.
Of Coach Munson and his staff on the floor.
And maybe this game sparks him a little bit, because you referred to it earlier. I mean, he's had a tough time over the last couple of weeks. Not what we saw the first month, where he was one of the leading scorers in the Big West.
Well, what I liked is when he's missing shots, he's dropping dimes. He's moving the basketball. Winners find a way to help their team succeed when something they do well isn't falling. But I just like his overall game.
Beach up by 15. 3.5 to play.
Love the spacing right here, running a little bit of clock. And again, this will help them when you get into tournament play in Las Vegas and it's a one-point game. You're down one, you need a bucket. What do you have to get? Half-court execution.
6 on the clock. Slater, 2 to shoot. Gets it off. Doesn't go in for him, though.
Great job by Neal to level off Rockamore, not letting him get penetration to kick to a shooter.
Now whistle and a foul going against Long Beach State. Eddie Scott hit with another, that's his third. He's the first player in the game to 3 fouls. I mentioned there have not been a lot of whistles.
Well, these are two coaches that really coach well defensively. You know, obviously every coach says defend without fouling, but I haven't been to a Triton practice, but watching Long Beach State, they definitely want to defend without fouling. They want to play defense before their man gets the ball and show your hands, absorb it on the chest. Both teams well coached tonight. And what a fun game to call with this offense.
Absolutely. Like I said before, I mean, haven't seen a game like this, and Long Beach State, their offense has been good. I mean, they're leading the conference 71 points per game in conference play, but they've been winning with the defense. As we mentioned, the 11-game winning streak didn't allow an opponent to score over 70 in any of those games, as we see Wakoria put it down with 2 hands.
That's been the difference. Early on, they wanted to outscore people. Now they're trying to get stops and defend, and that creates that high-voltage offense.
Well, it's really interesting, too, talking with Coach Munson before the season started. He said this is one of the few years that he can remember where he felt like the defense was ahead of the offense, but we didn't see that in the results when you looked at the box scores from those games in non-conference play. It wasn't until conference play that really came to fruition.
It's about building a trust, and you know, loyalty is a two-way street. So you've got to know if you're a guard and you're pressing up that you've got a big that's going to help and recover, crack back, multiple efforts. And you know, I tell the truth. I'm very transparent. They just did not have it, and I don't think the chemistry was there. Not the guys liking each other, but the trust factor. And again, when you have a Boubacar in there who can clean up, Romel Mansell with his length, altering shots. You don't have to block a shot for me, but you can press up as a guard and you get a little bit more feisty knowing that it's not a drive-by, because when that happens and you don't have help, the coach takes you out and you don't have someone that has your back.
Murray now with 27 after the one free throw there. Joel's career high is 30, did that earlier this year at UCLA.
Now that's great on the ball defense by Jadon Jones. Scott recovers. You want to level them off. The great possession right here. Let's see if they can finish it off with a rebound.
And that's out of bounds off Long Beach State, so UCSD will have 20 on the shot clock.
We probably can't go back to that, but just that isolation of Jadon Jones guarding on this right wing is what championship caliber teams and individual players do. You can't have good team defense until your individual defense is held accountable.
Yan comes in and Joel Murray goes to the bench. Probably last time we'll see him on the floor, and what a night for Joel as he gets a great round of applause. At three, no good. Neal will let it go out of bounds, but if that is the last we've seen of Joel Murray tonight, 27 points, 11 of 18, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 33 minutes.
We mentioned Jadon Jones and Abubakar in terms of being in play for Defensive Player of the Year. Murray's first team all defense in this league with me, and he's got character. Always comes over, says hi to you and I go to practice, wants to talk a little basketball. Character counts, and not just in kindergarten.
Yeah, this Beach team had some good leaders for sure. Joel Murray, one of them, stepping into that role, transferring. He was a Division II All-American last year, and he has been right at home.
Well, I'll tell you, yesterday at practice, Coach Munson got after these guys a little bit. And in all the years I've been coming to his practices, it was a high level get after you in terms of we need to correct some things. We're going to be short some guys. Guys are going to have to step up. This team answered the bell in terms of the effort and taking the scout by Mike Scholl and being able to implement it. Job well done by the coaches to prepare the players to have this success tonight.
Couple makes at the free throw line for A.J. Neal, who's got a career high 6 points. 103-87, just above a minute and a half to play. Wakoria, Pearson, good look from 3. And it's just not falling at all for the Tritons in the second half. They're now 6 out of 19 from 3 in the second half.
For the Tritons to win games, they have to hit threes, and we saw that they have the firepower to do it. It's been Long Beach State defense in the second half that has really hampered them.
And Long Beach State outscoring the Tritons 48-30 in the second half. Let's not forget that UC San Diego led at halftime, 57-55.
Well, yeah, I think you had talked about it early at the start of this half. It was the foul by Eddie Scott right in front of us that gave them the 3.
Right on the half-court attempt.
Yeah, and gave them the 3 free throws.
Now mass substitutions for UC San Diego as they send 4 to the bench. Yan posting up. He's going to shoot it. Not quite there, but he gets his own rebound. He's got 10 minutes of action today. When they do confirm that that shot from Yan did hit the rim.
ISO one-on-one in the post. What do you got, Big Jeffrey?
Here he goes again. He's 1 for 5 now. Does have the 1 though. Under a minute to play. Gray tries a 3. And hey, UC San Diego 57 points in the first half. Long Beach State right now holding them to just 30 since halftime. 11-second differential here between the shot clock and game clock. Neal gets fouled up near midcourt, so he's going to have a chance to add to his 6 points and make it 7.
But he's a little bit more than what I asked him to be tonight, a steady Eddie coming in and just being able to, give rest at that backup point guard position, knock down some open shots. He's had a really nice overall floor game, some nice things defensively with his feet.
And for Long Beach State, right now it's 63%. Looking at their first game, shooting over 60% since 2018, a win at Hawaii. They get the offensive rebound.
Defense, they've called off the dogs, and I expect this just to run out.
Neal holding it. Shot clock should be off. Now it is. 3 seconds left. Fans on their feet. What a night for Long Beach State. 1